All right, I think we're recording. It is Saturday. It's mailbag. It's basically time now. It's 9:59. We're supposed to start at 10. Still haven't got it set up to play the jingle correctly, so we're gonna have to skip that again this time. And I'm trying things a little different. I've got all the mail back here behind me, and I've got a little table here next to me, and I'm sitting. I figured at this point, all these kids are old enough that if they want to participate, they'll do it whether I'm sitting up or on the floor. So we're just going to try that. I'm going to use my camera, the little close-up camera thing that we've been doing to try to get close up to all the stuff that I open. So I think it might even be better this way for you guys. We'll see. This point doesn't even look like any kittens are going to join us, so I guess that's kind of irrelevant. But as far as we've heard, the transport is still on time. So we're still expecting new mom cats and kittens to arrive today, early this afternoon. Uh, Unless I hear otherwise, we assume now that they're on schedule too. So we're going to have a short mailbag, even though there's a lot of stuff still to get through. We're going to end at 11 o'clock regardless. And then we'll just put this stuff away and we'll reschedule. Probably not for tomorrow, considering all the new stuff that's coming in, but maybe tomorrow. We'll decide when the time comes. I hate planning stuff in advance because that just is committing to something, and that's rough. If we don't have to do it, we'll avoid that. So I want to get started as quick as I can. The important notes are just that, as far as I know, we have early this afternoon, probably, if everything goes perfectly according to schedule, before 2 o'clock this afternoon, the cats will be here. And if they're a little late, that's fine too. They're coming a long way. It is one pregnant mom cat. This time she had an x-ray. We saw the x-ray, and there's definitely kittens in there for sure. So when she arrives, we know she's pregnant. And then they're also sending a mom that had her kittens that are now, I think, 5 weeks old, maybe closer to 6. And she's going to come and fill up the main room with brand new, active, already weaned, presumably kittens, which I guess we'll learn all about them when they get here. So that's very exciting this afternoon. So to make sure that everything is in order for that, we're going to cut off the mailbag at 11, and I'm going to make sure that everything is perfectly ready. There is still a little bit more for me to do. The annex is totally set up with cameras and everything, but there's no beds or toys. And the main room here is totally clean, but there's no cameras or toys. So in each room, there's still a little bit more work for me to do. Not a lot, but I want to make sure it's all good. And then, I also wanted to mention, yes, we haven't done any close-ups yet in 2022. And that's probably going to end today because we'll certainly do a close-up when we get a new mom and new kittens in. So it's not that we're not doing close-ups anymore. It's just that so far, my holiday has been extremely busy. So that's all there is to it. Okay, now let me see if I can actually start this little camera up, and we'll see if this camera dies first, then we'll end the mailbag when the camera dies, and if we hit 11 o'clock first, we'll end at 10. But let's try this and see what we get. Hang on one sec here. Yep. I brought a tripod. I wanted to try to do this kind of right, and now probably not going to accomplish doing it right, but it's not going to stop me from trying. It's hard for me to see this camera when it's there, so I don't know. I didn't think about that angle. No pun intended. Okay, I don't know where to put this thing now. Now I'm all confused. I'm just going to point it right over here at this empty spot for a minute, and we're going to open some letters. That would help if I had the mailbag box too. I'm super prepared. There we go. That's what we get for trying something new. A little bit of the standard, everything in disarray. But let's start here. So, hey, I bet we could get some kittens to come with these treats. Maybe. I'm gonna try it. Treats. Well, these are those sassy cat duck treats that we had. These kids know the treat sound pretty well. Oh, but I just said I can't give Splotch any more treats because she's having bad poops again, probably from the antibiotics. Oh, so it's convenient that their brother decided to eat that one. Okay. Well, now there's some cats around. That's all we wanted. Yeah, I forgot to mention. So we started Splotch on some antibiotics, some different antibiotics, and so far she's still pretty snorty. So we're 3 days in at this point. Probably didn't expect any change yet, but we're hopeful. Got our fingers crossed. And yeah, she had some bad poops this morning. So we're going to see if that is probably just because she gets a bad gut reaction when she has the antibiotics, probably any antibiotics. We'll see about that. So, all right, this says to Mr. A and DJ, plus all the cats, I appreciate your work and the way you have the cutest foster kitties. My tortie, Dom, I'm gonna go with Dom. Darm, maybe it's Darm. Dharma, could be Dharma. Here's the kitten's meowing and her ears perk up. She doesn't like other cats in real life, but she likes dogs. Even the pregnant knots are precious. Buttons and Bumble are wonderful guests. I know you'll take care of all of them so they won't be pregnant. Multiple mom cats are wonderful too. I love how you have the door between the rooms. These stamps are from 1978 to 81. Have a meowing new year. Wow, from Jean. Jean, thank you very, very much. So I noticed the stamps on your envelope, and the thing I thought I was going to say something about them, and then I forgot by the time we started Mailbag, because that's how I am. But I noticed these stamps, and I noticed the thing I thought was really cute about it is two of them look like just they say letters lift spirits, and the other one says letters preserve memories, and they're very cute, and they look colorful and well printed like anything that you would see today. Actually, why am I saying that? I can show this to you guys. I'm just going to double cover their address. So look at that. These two stamps on this side, on the side here, look pretty modern and normal. And so do these. The colors and everything about these, the design and everything, very modern and normal. I think these must be the stamps they mean, the ones they use for postage. But they are 15-cent stamps, which of course you don't see. And I love the fact that it says P.S. Write soon. Oh, I'm not showing that very well. P.S. Write soon on the stamp. I like that a lot. That's so cute. All right, thank you so much for that, and for mentioning the stamps, so I didn't forget to point them out, because I had thought of that. All right, here we have a letter that says, Happy Holidays to Kitten Academy, and it comes from the Republic of Singapore, according to the return address and postage cancellation. And it says here, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, the loveliest of seasons, greetings from across the globe. Lots of love to all at the Academy. From Nell in Singapore, who is Dex, D-E-X-X, on Discord. Oh, I see. So I know you. I didn't know I knew you. And I was going to say, I'm not sure if we have ever received a mailbag letter from Singapore before, but I knew that we had people on the Discord from there. So now it's both. All right. Here we go. This one is addressed to Mr. A. Yes, that's me. All right. Oh, okay. There's a donation in here that I'm going to put right into our box. Thank you very much. And the note says, wow, that's a very generous donation. It says, okay to read on screen. Dear Mr. A, I wanted to extend my best wishes that your 2022 will be filled with the perfect trifecta of kittens, coffee, and chocolate. Like that. I happened upon Kitten Academy right after the oranges were born and have been hooked ever since. KA helped me to wean off CNN very easily, for which I am eternally grateful and much happier. I joined Discord over the summer, and have enjoyed the camaraderie and late night chuckles, appreciating the absurdist humor, creative gifts, and the well wishes from so many Discorders. The epic, unhinged, your word, not mine, Christmas mailbag number 2 was fabulous. It felt like I was watching a cross between Mr. Rogers and Lucille Ball. That's intended as a compliment, by the way. I like that a lot. I like Mr. Rogers and Lucille Ball, I think describes it perfectly. Speaking of unhinged, I see the kids have moved the floor camera, and now I'll never get it back the right way. because I'm using the camera I used to look at it to tell where it's pointing. So maybe DJ will take a minute and tell me if all the cameras look good when she gets a chance, but I think she's on a 30-second delay. So I love Mr. Rogers and Lucille Ball. Again, I think that's a perfect description because it is sort of like the frantic energy of an I Love Lucy episode. And I do kind of try to be calm. We'll find out. Usually it's going to run the microwave, which is, the same sort of frequency as the Wi-Fi. So we could end up with some issues. We'll find out. All right. You continue. It goes without saying that your devotion to mom, cats, and kittens is well recognized and frequently noted. But I'd like to speak on your impact to us humans, which may be more profound than you know. As a mental health professional, many of my clients struggle with anxiety and depression made even more difficult by the events of the last few years. I always encourage my clients to find new ways to notice and linger in the goodness of life that is all around us if we make a point to see it. Without getting too technical, this kind of activity takes advantage of neuroplasticity and our ability, with persistence, self-compassion, and time, to install positive experiences in a nervous system that has previously experienced mostly negative effects. Kitten Academy's live stream and close-ups have been added to the list of strategies I suggest to some clients to soothe their nervous systems and counterbalance the troubling effects of life struggles, the news, and social media. Believe me, it's an easy sell compared to suggesting they learn how to meditate. Your kindness, your quirky humor, your devotion to DJ, your unparalleled cleaning skills, your reassurance, your presence on Discord, your beanbag snuggle fests, your unflagging positivity, and your compassion is quite literally giving viewers who have gone through such hardship in life a reparative experience. It's like a healing balm. I'm guessing you may not fully grasp the depth of your impact that extends way beyond felines, which is why I wanted to write to you. Please accept this donation as a tribute to all the goodness you are and the goodness you are spreading in this world. Use these funds as you see fit to replenish the war chest, to make improvements to the cat run, to buy more cameras, or to use it to make your life as the shiny butler to these kittens a little easier. With warm regards and such immense gratitude, Susan, who is at Susan on Discord. At Susan, thank you so much. What a wonderfully put and thoughtful letter and an amazing donation to our war chest. I appreciate that more than I can even say. Thank you. You're not the first person to point out that we have helped some people's mental health, but I do think that you phrased it so wonderfully. I'm not even going to try to top it. That's just you really put that fantastically. Thank you so much for the thoughtful letter. I really appreciate it. Okay. This is, I don't think I put a sticker on this one. I should have. This is the latest letter from Cindy in France, whom we all know as a longtime Kitten Academy friend. Yes. And it's the Christmas card says Merry Christmas with this cute little scene. There we go. Look at that. This is actually kind of nice for showing things up close, isn't it? And the cool thing is that little horse that's going through the woods is on the inside of the card when you open it up. There you go. And inside it says, "Hello, Kitten Academy, Mr. A and Dr. DJ. How are you? I'm fine. I come to wish you, with this pretty card, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2022. 1 year with a cute mom cat. Thank you for a beautiful year filled. Big kiss from France for Black, Hatchie, Grisette, Cindy, Danielle, and Brood. And a Happy New Year, meow, meow, woof, woof." Cindy, thank you. It's great to hear from you. I do follow you on Twitter, so I see your posts. Thank you very much for writing to us and including us in your Christmas card list. All right. So now it's on to this pile of boxes and things. And I think I'd like to try to kind of start with the things that have been sort of hand-packed instead of the things that have been drop-shipped, except I want a couple boxes to work with, but you know what? I don't. We're just gonna go for it. So let's pick up some stuff first that starts out. And I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm sitting a little further away than I usually do. The microphone's all the way over there. We're doing our best. Okay, oh, this comes from True Blue, and it's addressed to Miss Buttons and Ms. Bumble. Awesome. Buttons and Bumble. And yes, yeah, I think I was going to respond to the fact that they are such sweet non-moms. I'm just thrilled to have them both here for as long as it takes. Buttons is, of course, a kitten. And it shows she's still kind of skittish and strange. Like she doesn't come downstairs. I think she explored the downstairs once, decided it wasn't for her, and has not come down since. No matter how much she wants to see us, she gets about halfway down the stairs, and that's her limit. Once she gets halfway down the stairs, that's as far as she can go. It's strange, but it's okay. It's quirky. But then upstairs, she plays. She runs up and down. She zooms back and forth on the hallway like it's all her space, and she's fine with that. So she's just really cute, playful, always running around, a little bit skittish. Obviously, when new things just frighten her to no end. But once she has experienced something and is used to it, then she's just a playful kitten. It's wonderful. And then Bumble, on the other hand, I think is a little bit older and definitely more settled. She's one of those cats, like she'll sit next to you on the sofa all day. Just sit next to you on the sofa with your shows. She'll eat something. She'll be petted, and that's all she wants in life. So they're quite different, but so wonderful and so fun to have here, and both very easy. All right, so True Blue has sent us what look like handmade catnip cat kickers. Look at that one there for Bumble, and then the one with the beautiful like space cats on it. Oh, also for Bumble. They're both for Bumble. One has bees on it. I see what you did there. The bees. The other one has sort of space cats, rainbow space cats. I like that. And then the other, there's got to be a note in here too, which I think is there. It is. It's on the other end, but we'll get to it. And these two are for buttons. And we have one that has, of course, buttons, and one that has these happy little cats on it. I like that. So you did for each of them one that is sort of their name, and then one that's just sort of fun. Very clever. Okay, let's see what your note has to say to us. Ooh, sealed with a seal. That's the real thing right there. Hi. Hi, Mew. What are we looking at? What are you interested in over here? All right, it says 2 Kixies each for Buttons and Bumble. Bumble. One for my interpretation of their names, one for my interpretation of their personalities. I see Mr. A and Dr. DJ. Happy New Year. May be filled with love, health, and lots of kittens. Love, True Blue. And then there's another thing. It says, hang on. I'm going to show you guys some more kittens while we're doing this. And there's one right here looking at me. Mr. A and Dr. DJ, after 2 mom cats and 13 kittens, you talked about maybe taking a little break. Your heart thought otherwise, and you took in 2 possible mom cats who ended up being very loving, but very pregnant. Cosmos says you wanted a break, you deserve a break, take a break, but just a short one. Well, Buttons and Bumbles stay at KA may be short. I know they are learning everything they need to become proper KA graduates and find great homes. Now for your amusement, my attempts at limericks. Bumble limerick. There once was a cat so humble, her mews were almost a mumble. Pregnant, oh, not me, but can I stay at the academy? And we were blessed with a beautiful Bumble. Buttons limerick. Buttons, also without kittens, arrived with right proper mittens. She came out of her shell, cast a magical spell, and then we were all Buttons smitten. I should have shown you the words so you could read along. But I didn't do that because I'm not too clever. So thank you so much, True Blue. And you say thank you again for all you do for cats and kittens. These are super sweet. And they are great for their endowments. And they both do seem like they would enjoy a catnip kicker. So that's also going to be just perfect. For now, I'm going to put them back in the envelope. And we're just going to slide that aside and keep rolling. So I'm going to start counting the stuff that is not being kept. There we go. That's the way. Hi, Ari. Are you here to help? He's here to help. All right. I said I wanted to open the stuff that looked like it had been packed by hand first. And I think the idea there is in case we don't get to it all, that's the stuff that maybe people are going to be watching for a little bit more than the dropship stuff, maybe. But I could be wrong about all of that. Who knows? It's good to have a plan, right? I know there were a few more too. There's one right there. There we go. there were more than this, but I don't think I left anything behind, did I? There's not any boxes still in the kitchen. We're good. So let's see here. All right. I might have to turn off this camera for just a second, but it's not showing anything anyway. Hang on. Let me check two things, all right? We'll come right back to that. Now's my chance to check. All right, I am still on camera, so that's good enough. And okay, good. All right. I got a phone call from the vet just now, though, and they went to voicemail, so I'll have to check again in just a minute. Okay. Wow. Let's see what we got here. I'm looking for a note. I'm not finding it yet, so let's take a look at what's in here first. Oh, we got a package of goodies for Bumble. Let me go. There we go. Oh, I see. Okay, they're calling about an appointment to confirm for Monday. That's the 10th. It's Monday. That's the day that we got to bring in some kittens for their exams there. And I don't think it's going to be Buttons and Bumble anymore. I think we're going to switch it to the new kids if we can. But I'll call them about that after Mailbag. They're still open at 11, so that'll be fine. Oh, and since now we know what's up, let's get this back on the tripod. Here we go. Bear with me, everybody. Real professional here at the Academy. Nothing. I've got to remember to call the vet after Mailbag, though. That's all. That's the whole thing. There's nothing else happening. Okay. All right. So we have a package of stuff for Bumble, including this cute little blanket. Look how pretty that is. All right. Watch the camera. There we go. That's adorable. And we have a similar package here for Buttons. Those owls are great, aren't they? Fantastic. Okay, somewhere in here there's going to be a note, though. I'm sure of that. Here we go. The note. Oh, perfectly labeled. Just exactly what we're looking for. And the note says, "Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, we are sending some toys and small blankets for Buttons and Bumble to take to their forever homes. The treats are to use as you see fit. Congratulations to DJ on her fellowship and congratulations on another 3 years in Connecticut. Thank you for all you do for mom cats and non-mom cats that join the Academy. From Rose, Tucker, and Toby." Well, thank you, Rose, Tucker, and Toby. We already showed off the Bumble and Buttons packages, which are great. And then we have, let's see, Pure Bites dried treats and Pure Bites dried, we have beef and salmon, I believe. And then this one is a new one on me, Vitakraft Fur Sticks chicken. So it looks like another treat stick, though. We've seen treat sticks, just not this brand. So that'll be fun to try out. Awesome, thank you very much. I can see somebody, little Owen here, already wants to try some out. He is such a little foodie. When there's human food, he's gotta like be involved. He definitely wants some of any human food that is happening. And he'll eat anything. He'll eat anything if you give it to him. He'll eat it. He's really weird that way. So fun though. It's fun. All right, let's see what this is all about now. This says busy cat, so I've got some idea that it's probably going to smell very dreft inside. Let's find out. Very dreft, yes. Oh, wow, what a nice note. That's some great letterhead, too. Okay, let's put that back down here for a minute. Look at this. The letterhead has these cute little kitties on it. I think I can show you. There we go. Isn't that adorable? And then it says, Dear Mr. A and Dr. DJ, here are quilts for Buttons and Bumble. As both of them seem to enjoy sleeping in cozy beds, I've made their quilts out of soft fleece with warm batting inside. They're both labeled. Yeah, that's true. That's, you know what, that should have been our first clue. They weren't mom cats, because 99% of all of our mom cats like to sleep on a hard floor, and these kids were all about the comfort from the first minute. Should have realized. Also enclosed is a pink envelope that contains a gift for DJ. It's a set of jewelry I've been working on for some time now using the Kitten Academy logo. I tried out many different options, and I'm finally happy with the design I've mailed to DJ. I do hope she likes it. I would love if you could open it for her during Mailbag. Thank you for being clear about that, by the way. I never know if stuff for DJ I'm supposed to open or not. It says, I've used sterling silver chain for the bracelet and necklace and sterling silver ear wires for the earrings, as I know many people have allergies to metals. The black beads used are onyx and the crystals are Swarovski. The bezels contain the KA logo, are not sterling silver. The bracelet and necklace are both adjustable for length, with love from Busy Cat. Wow, that sounds amazing. And I can't believe you've done that. I can't wait to see it. So this is clearly the package of the amazing stuff for DJ. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's look at the blankets first. This blanket for Bumble reminds me a lot of that Catnip kicker from True Blue. So that's super cute. I think you guys can see that. It's very colorful. It's got some stars on it. It is very soft. And it does smell of draft. That's very nice. All right, and below that, we have this rainbow. It's like a fruit stripe, right? Reminds me of fruit stripe gum for Buttons. Doesn't that look like fruit stripe gum? It really does. That's beautiful too. It's very soft. Oh, it smells so good. All right, I'm gonna put those right back in here. Look at that. We've got Buttons, we've got Bumble, and I'm gonna just put a piece of tissue right on top there. Good. Now let's take a look at what this is for DJ, and we'll show it to everybody. And I said this, but you give me specific instructions to open it during Mailbag. Like I said, I never know if I'm supposed to do that. And how convenient that I just happen to have the little close-up camera for today too, isn't it? That just worked out. Okay, wait, yes, that's a package. Actually, yeah, no, that's good. Okay, we got this. So, handmade by Busy Cat. I like that too. Look at that. I didn't know that you had a store, but that's perfect. It says Busy Cat Crafts at Outlook.com, and it is Busy Cat, Bizzicat, and then Crafts, Crafts at Outlook.com. Very cute card. And look at this. He put this in this little plastic tin. It is a plastic tin, despite not being made of tin. That's how these things work. Okay, and 3 little tiny things inside. Oh, that Kitten Academy sticker now I see is holographic. You guys see all the little, there you go. Oh, I caught it for a second. There you go, look at that. Ooh, sparkly. Not in focus, but sparkly. All right, I see there's some things in here. I don't even know what they are. A little black square, little tiny black square, and some tissue. Oh, hi, Muriel just came in from outside. I can tell because she's standing on my leg and she's cold and wet. And there's little snowflakes now on the arm of the chair. Hi, Muriel. Were you just out in the snow? All right. Oh my goodness, look at this. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if we can do this. Look at that little tiny silver chain. That's a beautiful chain. And then this is, you said sterling silver pendant. And very, very sparkly, tiny little Kitten Academy logo underneath that. How cool is that? That's beautiful. And I love that you set it off with a little crystal and onyx at the top, like you said. Look at that, the little tiny black onyx. I'm trying to show that. There we go. And that little tiny Swarovski crystal, all bound to the little clasp. Then I guess you call that. Oh, yeah. I don't know what you call that little piece that connects into the chain. Very, very, very beautiful. A wonderful chain. Oh, and look at that. The clasp on the chain has another crystal on it too. That's some really nice detail. Do you see that? There we go. I think you can see it.
whether it's in focus or not, I can't attest to. All right, I'm going to wrap that back up so DJ can see these. And then let's see if they are different or the same, because there's 3 little envelopes here. Oh, maybe that little black square is just so I can actually show it off. I can hold it up against the square, right? That would make sense to me somehow. I don't know. What's it? You said what they are? I don't know if it mentioned that, but I'll check. Oh, and look at that, earrings. There we go. Oh, look how cute those are. And again, with the onyx, they match perfect. And very sparkly little logos. Those are super cute on the little earring card. And wow, DJ could get really decked out with like all the Kitten Academy stuff at once. I guess we know what jewelry she'll be wearing to the next KA Con when we have one in person. No predictions on when that might be, by the way. I have no idea. And then finally, what's this last one here? Ooh, I'm glad I decided to open the stuff that this looks like a bracelet. Did you say a charm bracelet? Because that's what this looks like to me. It's little tiny, and it matches again the same with the onyx and the crystal and the Kitten Academy logo and more here at the clasp again. How beautiful is that? All right, I know I'm not getting the best camera angles here, but hey, it's a one-man show. So, thank you so very much. These are all amazing. Busy Cat, I didn't know that you did jewelry at all, I don't think. So that's beautiful. Thank you very, very much. Okay, I'm going to put that right back here, and these I'm going to just stack together now because they're all headed kind of the same direction. And I do think that was the promise of getting stuff that people had packed, hand packed stuff done. I think we got it, so that part set. But we can continue on now because we've got another half an hour to go through. Oh, the snow's now melting onto my leg. I'm like, why is it all wet? Okay, let's continue on. This time let's open some boxes. Oh, this says LL Bean. Interesting. Okay. And it's just addressed to Kitten Academy. I hope LL Bean lets you leave a note because there's nothing in the return address. Okay. You're all chasing stuff back and forth. Ooh. All right, let's see here. I want to first off. Okay, good. I don't want to like catch stuff that might be on the packing slip or anything. That's too much. We don't want to see all that on the screen. It says a waterproof blanket. Ooh, very nice. Well, thank you. I won't. There is a name here, but I'm not going to say it just in case. I know lots of times in the past, what happens is somebody orders something like this, and there's no place to leave a note, and I do see their name because it says that it was ordered by them, and then I say their name, and then they're like, "Oh, that's my real name. I don't use that online." Oh, look, there's a note though. Perfect. I'm glad. Okay. It says, safe to read, enjoy for the kittens, and protect the beanbag. It's waterproof, and that's exactly what it says. An LL Bean waterproof bag. Waterproof blanket is that's awesome. We have had so much fun with waterproof blankets lately, and it's such a valuable thing for us to have, especially with kittens having accidents. But then we've also got some of the faculty that tend to have accidents too, and they have really saved us on more than one occasion. And look at that, LL Bean puts their back blanket in this really cool bag too. It's nice. They make nice stuff. They do make nice stuff. Oh, look at that. They've even tied this up so that it doesn't open all the way yet. Okay. Oh, okay. That's very waterproof. It's and it looks very warm. Oh my goodness. That is a very engineered waterproof blanket, and I see now it matches the bag. That's why they got that little. I was wondering why the polar fleece handle was on the outside of the bag, and it's so you know exactly what's inside. What a cool print too! It's like little trees and it's colorful. It's got a little arrow. I bet DJ's gonna love this because it's got like these little arrows and things on it. This is a motif that I know DJ likes. I don't know if she'll like it in this case, but it'll be interesting for me to see because I predict that she will. So it'll be good to see if that turns out to be correct. And I can see already somebody likes it. Somebody wants to dig right in there. It's kind of crinkly, and it's kind of like a cave right now because I didn't unfold it all the way. That makes a nice little cat bed. It's fuzzy, it's polar fleece, I bet it's super comfy. In fact, I might just leave it there for a minute while we keep going. Um, I read your note. That was from Anna Y, right? Anna Y. I don't think I mentioned that part, even though we found your note. Anna Y. Did I say that? I don't know. ANAY on Discord. Thank you very much. What a great gift and super useful. Much appreciated for the kittens. Look at him right in there. And that'll be great on the bean bags. It'll really help protect things. And oh, look at this. It's got straps too. These look like, and I recognize what these straps are. I would never know unless, I bet some of you know they're like outdoorsy people, maybe the kind of people that shop at LLB all the time. You see these straps on the end? It's really weird. And I do know what they are, despite not being an outdoorsy person. Um, Two elastic straps kind of on the corner of the blanket. It's so that when you fold it and then roll it up, you can put those straps around the outside to hold it into a roll. So that's really cool too. I like that. And I only know that because I have not bean bags. What do you call them? I have a Coleman. Why can't I think of it? The blanket, sleeping bag. Whew. I have a Coleman sleeping bag. It's older than I am and really engineered. And it's got the same kind of straps on it to tie it into a roll. So otherwise, I would not have been able to guess what that was all about. So we got to leave that out because it's in use now. So let's keep going. That is so nice, Anna Y. Thank you. All right, good. This one's got a note right on top. It says, "Hi, Mr. A and Dr. DJ. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Mom said the kickers can be deployed or used for endowments. Thank you for everything you do. Kitten hugs from Bayou, Lila, Abby, and Joy." Thank you so much. I love these cartoons that are on these kickers. Look at these very cartoonish cats. The white ones with the black spots on the end, and all these calicos and orange kitties in the middle. And then we got these guys on the end that are all happy looking. Those are some very fun kickers. Thank you so much. And I like the fact that we can sort of use them as we see fit. I'm going to put those. I'm going to make this box back here. Actually, it was going to be this card, but now it's going to be the as you see fit stuff. We're just going to put it right in there. Perfect. Thank you so much, Joy. Much appreciated. Those kickers seem like they will be a hit. Oh, okay. This one's got the note on the outside because it says Chewy. I didn't know Chewy shipped anything like this. Kawaii Lil Panda, though. It says it's from Kawaii Lil Panda because Chewy doesn't let you leave a note. And this is a cake and strawberry cat toy with catnip. Well, that's exactly what it is. It looks like a strawberry cheesecake. It's a little crushed down already. But that's fine. It would have been crushed down anyway, wouldn't it? A little strawberry cheesecake there for us. So, and I know Kawaii Little Panda talks to me on Discord and probably has told me what I'm supposed to do with it. But the bad thing that I didn't plan correctly is I can't have this camera and also look at my messages on Discord at the same time. So I'll switch off if I have to, but in the meantime, Kawaii Little Panda, thank you very much. I'm glad you got your name in the return address there. And next up, this one says Rougarou in the return address. Whoa! And this is like a lifetime supply of springs, or like a 10-minute supply of springs if you're custard and have a refrigerator. Let's see here. It says, "For the kittens." All right, for the kittens from Rougarou. And that's exactly, as I said, I didn't know they made such a big single bag of springs. Look up right there. Each one of those is, of course, a coiled up bundle of, 4 or 5 springs. Oh, and some are coming out right now. All right. You can never have too many springs, as Custard would say, or also lots of the others are enjoying the springs too lately. I've noticed that Buttons really enjoys a spring, and even Bumble, the one thing that I've seen her play with the most is a little blue spring that's in her room somewhere. So that can also really turn out to be great for them. And everybody, of course, the springs are a classic, just endless source of fun for the kittens. Still in Custard's top selection of toys, right up there with the hair ties. All right. Let's see. Now this is a Walmart box that has Dragon Lady. Okay, Dragon Lady. Dragon Lady is a name that we heard a lot, and I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true. That Dragon Lady might actually be more than one person that have all sort of come together into a Dragon Lady conglomerate to send things to Kitten Academy, which goes a long way to explaining why we hear Dragon Lady so often. I like that though. And what you have sent me are chocolate lovers mug cakes. Oh, just the thing I need for my diet. These are really fun though. I think I mentioned we got a couple mug cakes in a recent mail. We got a couple in a recent mailbag, and I mentioned how much I like being able to just have a cake that like you can make in a second in the microwave. It's actually though a very dangerous thing for me to have around because I'll eat it. You get a craving for cake, and the only thing that saves you from picking out on cake then is not having any cake. And here's a cake that it takes a minute to make, and you have it in your cupboard all the time. Very, very dangerous. Thank you for that, Dragon Lady. The fact that it's so dangerous, of course, is just because I enjoy it so much. So thank you. Okay, this tunnel is for Bumble from Kawaii Little Panda. The note fell out before I even opened the box, but it's a good thing that it fell out here and not somewhere. Oh, this is the tunnel. Is this the tunnel? No, wait. Somebody mentioned sending a tunnel. This might be it. Anyway, I was looking forward to a tunnel for Bumble and for Buttons. Now I need to go back to reading it. This tunnel is for the beautiful Bumble from Kawaii Little Panda. Okay, there we go. This is the Fringe Frenzy tunnel. We have seen this particular tunnel before. There's a label right in the middle of the thing, so you can't see it. I'm just going to open it so you can see the whole thing. There we go. Got the close-up thing. So it's the Smarty Cat Fringe Frenzy tunnel, and as you can see, it's part tunnel and part fringy spring thing that they can get into. And we did see this once long ago, and the kittens liked it, as I recall. So it'll be interesting to see if Bumble ends up liking it. Bumble does strike me as kind of more of a cat that would prefer a bed to a tunnel, but I also don't think she's had a whole lot of exposure to the tunnel. The only chance she had was when the tunnel was in. The tunnel was in her room for just a little while, and now we moved it out because Buttons loves the tunnel so much. We gave it the tunnel for Buttons. So there's not. I don't think there's presently a tunnel in Bumble's room. We should fix that too. Oh, look at that. This is something I don't even have to open. Another from Dragon Lady. Dragon Lady, thank you very much. But it's a bag of ping pong balls. It says beer pong balls, but they're ping pong balls in various colors. And 144. Wow. That is just a gross selection of ping pong balls for our kittens. And as you know, ping pong balls, again, another huge hit. It's such a huge hit, in fact, that they are probably, I don't know, they definitely rank in the top 10 of just every day, all the time, constant cat toys. And they're the perfect toy for bathtub ball, which I will tell you that Owen and, I keep saying Owen, Caper and Splotch have both discovered bathtub ball as an activity, and they each do bathtub ball fairly often now. So more ping pong balls are always good. We also like to throw a handful of those into all the endowments. And they're fun to do in things like the ball track or whatever, just ping pong balls are great. Excellent. Top 10 cat toys. Thank you. And that's a big bag too, because we do go through a lot. They get stepped on too, and they're hard to pop them back out again. You just end up tossing them out, and then so. All right, this is labeled from Joy F, and it says, it is the real rabbit fur. Let's see here. I was just looking to see if there's actually a note to tell us where it goes. It says Joy F, but I think Joy F is all that we know. And Joy does talk to us on Discord, so If you had a particular use for these, let me know. But I'm guessing these might be for Muriel's endowment or just for general use. She does have a fair number in her endowment anyway. But of all the kids that love real fur mice, Muriel is certainly the one that has loved them, I think, the most of all. So there's a bag of real fur mice. And she's crazy about them. She goes and steals them from all the other cats. And then once they're stolen, she just crushes them until they are flat. I wish I had a good example. This one's not quite flat. It must not be done with it yet, but you can still see it's been pretty well wrangled. It's the same one as what's in that pack that we just got. This one's not up to your usual standards. It needs more flattening, Muriel. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Oasis. Yes, I do know that trick about putting a ping pong ball in boiling water so that the air inside will expand and pop out the dents. That's a pretty good idea. I like that. Did this say anything on the outside? This is another dragon lady, and it is another Yao catnip tin, plastic tin. That's fine. That's it. There's no note. It does smell pretty strongly of Yao catnip, though, and that's the good stuff. These are nice to have because you can put them in a big Tupperware thing and then put all your cat toys in with them, and it ends up kind of getting marinated in catnip, and the kittens love it when you bring it out. That's what we always use these for, and you can tell it's leaking a lot of catnip smell. I can smell it. He clearly reacted to that just a little bit. That's great. Dragon Lady, once again, thank you very much for sort of the stock of stock stuff that we need, that we definitely use here a lot at the Academy. So thank you. Okay. Let's grab a couple more of these. This is also from Rougearoo. And another classic. Wow, we're stocking up today on all of the standard classics. And this one is, here we go, a bunch of Mylar balls, always a hit. And it says, for the kittens. All right, for the kittens. Thank you so much, Rougearoo, for the Mylar ball. I know what these are too. These are fun tubes. This is also from Rougearoo. Let's take a look. Now I'm starting to recognize real names. That won't last. I'll forget it as soon as Mailbag is over. That is also from Rougearoo, though. And these are fun tubes. If you are not familiar with fun tubes, they are another top 10 cat toy, especially for kittens. And they don't look like these when they're ready to be used, actually. Let me show you. In case you buy some and you need to know, and you don't, I can see how it can be confusing. Because they probably would play with them like this, and that's pretty fun too. You can do that if you want to, there's no problem. But if you fold the ends in, one end, two ends, then you get the traditional shape of the fun tube that you might recognize a little better. It also, I noticed some of these, you got to kind of pinch the ends out afterwards to kind of give them a crease. That helps. Got this. There you go. Now you got a little fun tube, and now it's like a spring. You can push it down, and when you let go, it goes. It should fly away if I can let go correctly. What? There you go. All right. So anyway, that's the fun tube. Those are a big hit. There's always some of those around. They're always getting played with. Kittens, especially small kittens, they're very light. They like to pick them up and carry them around. They're very proud of themselves. So that's, again, another top 10 cat toy. Awesome. Eventually, somebody's going to keep track of how many cat toys I say are in the top 10 and be like, there's 150 top 10 cat toys. You can't keep doing that. Yeah, well, all right. Send it to the complaints department when that happens. What do we got here? Ooh, we got just a box of notes. It's just notes. It's all notes. Oh, wait, no, there's some stuff in there. Hang on. Let's see. Enjoy your gift. Hair ties for Custard. Red bottle caps wouldn't allow a note for Ari. Now, please remind me, what does Eddie like? Hang on just a second. I'll answer your question. But let's see. Butterflies for Maggie. Mice for Mural, Worms for Loganberry. Please choose his favorite colors. The rest are as you see fit. And that is all from Jackie. Jackie, all right, so I left your notes out. I see the hair ties for Custard. Perfect. I was just saying how much he likes these things. There we go, a bunch of hair ties. I like to sort of tie 2 or 3 of them together, and that way it's a little bit easier to say to yourself, like, this is a little more safe for him to have around. Of course, Custard's fine, but we've got so many kittens around all the time. Let's see. This is clearly the bag of mice for Mural and worms for Loganberry. So I can see these are obviously the mice that Mural goes crazy for, and the worms that Loganberry goes crazy for. Oh, and here comes Custard. I think he heard us say hair ties. Wow. I don't. Let's see. How am I going to split this up? For now, I'm going to put it right back here and say mice for Mural. Okay, we're going to remember that. And then we have, butterflies. And you said the butterflies were, hi, buddy, hang on, we'll get you some. Butterflies are for Maggie. Oh, look how cute they are. That's super cute. So I'm going to write Maggie on that. I can find a pen. Yes, right there. Maggie. I bet she'd like this, actually, if we see her. Oh, she might be in her room, though. She's been trying to establish extra dominance of certain mom cats. So more often than not, we're asking Maggie to stay in a room. It's either Maggie or Bumble and Buttons that can be out. And right now, I'm pretty sure Bumble and Buttons are out, so or at least Buttons. So that's the way that is. Where did we just put those hair ties? I threw them back here. Hey, buddy. Did you hear that and think hair ties? Look at him. He seems like he actually knows what this is, too. That's something. Let's grab a couple of these real quick and put them together into a thing. Take 2 seconds. What's up, buddy? You're already here looking for your hair tie? Oh, look at him. He's like, hi, can I please have this? Can I please? I don't know how I just did this. Did I just put these together into a thing? Did I make a mess? All right. You want this, buddy? Oh, you do. Oh, you do. All right, I'm going to throw it. You're going to get it, okay? Okay? Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, he saw Mural run for it. He thought, oh, well, then she's going to get it. That's all right. We'll work it out. He's going to get plenty of fun with his toy. Don't worry. For now, let's keep rolling. Jackie, that was Jackie with that amazing package of everything for the faculty. Oh, you asked what Eddie likes. It's a good question because we catch Eddie playing so infrequently, it's really hard to pin, anything that he might like a lot now. And this is something you don't need to send because he's already got one. DJ, there's the cat dancer toy, the original cat dancer toy that's just a wire with a little scrap of cardboard on the end. That's something that Eddie loves and still loves. And DJ reminded me when I brought one out recently and Eddie went nuts that that's something that Eddie has always loved. So I would say that cat dancer wire with the cardboard on it, probably his favorite thing. Also, I see Maggie's right there after all. I thought that she would be put up right now, but DJ must have let her out. Let's toss her a butterfly real quick. Oh, these butterflies can go on wands. Oh, they're to go on the wands. You know what? We're going to hang on to it because I see now it's got this little loop at the top of the butterfly. You see that? So you can put it on a string. And I could just give her one. I'm sure she'd have fun with this. But if I put it on the string first, that's going to be the best thing she ever saw. So, and she's over here looking at me now. Oh. So yeah, so I'll get that on the wand for a little bit later, and that will set her off. And then when I take it off the wand, we'll let her carry it away and have fun. So that will definitely encourage her to use that as a toy. All right, let's open one of these. This is also Dragon Lady. It's a chewy box, and I think we can put it right here. Hey, Ari, what's going on here? How come I can't close this box all of a sudden? There we go. Oh, the cat, it senses ball track. That's a good one. This is one, of course, you've seen here at the Academy many times. Oh, hi, Maggie. What are you looking for, Eugene? Got a big tail. Wow, it went right in my mouth. The cat just, I don't know, is this my cat? I don't know where the camera is anymore. All right, I'm trying, everybody. The Catnip Senses Super Roller Circuit. That is, of course, also hit too. There's one right back there. It's right. See, it's right there. There's one right there. This will probably, unless Dragon Lady you had some specific intent, this will probably go for endowments because we've got, I think, one for each room already. And you can put them together into a giant thing, and that's fun. But just one for each room, I think, is enough for us for now. So that'll probably go for endowments. They're a big hit, of course. And the other thing that is a tip for folks that might have one is you can put it. Well, I mean, I shouldn't. I put ours. That's what I'll say. I put ours through the dishwasher all the time. I do it between every class. I put it through the dishwasher. And it's not quite as transparent as it used to be, of course. It's all scuffed up over time from both the dishwasher and the kittens. But it has survived the dishwasher, and we've never lost one so far, knock on wood. Yeah, I say those things can last a long time. They're a good toy, and everybody likes them at least a little bit. Everybody likes them at least a little. So there you have it. Yeah, that stays rolled up. That's pretty nice, isn't it? And then it should fit right back in the bag. Oh, look at that. The bag's even got a little flap so that the water doesn't get into the bag. That's also clever. This is like the real deal right here. Okay. Yeah, that's what that little flap is for on the top of the bag, too. Keep the water out, even if it's not fully closed. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just thought we'd put that away while I was talking, but now the talking part there, all done. We still got time to open a couple more things. Let's do one of these big, chewy, whoa! Oh, I'm dropping it. Let's do one of these big, chewy boxes next. One of the big ones. It's hiding back here. Oh, not too heavy, though. All right. Your stuff clunking around in there. Let's see what we got. This is also a drag. Oh, whoa, okay. Well, that gives me a new perspective on what the Catnip Senses circuit was for. And I guess we don't have to go through each of these because I've already described it very well. As you can see, there's a box full of them. In fact, I'm going to take the last one and throw it on top here. And now I see these are clearly for endowments. That must have been what you intended in the first place. So that's perfect. We're right on the same page. That's just perfect. Thank you so much, Dragon Lady. Maybe I should say Dragon Ladies, assuming that what I've heard is correct. Look at that. See, I should be a packer at Amazon, except I shouldn't because I hear that job is rough. Okay. Anyway, this didn't come from Amazon. It came from Chewy. Yeah, which I'm sure is just as rough. Put that out of the way for a minute here. I think we're getting close to calling it a day on the mailbag so that I can be sure we're ready for our mom cats. All right. Oh, this is from Castada, and I guess I wasn't gonna open it. I was just looking. There's a weird little mark on it. I was hoping that Loganberry hadn't gotten to it, but I think it's just for shipping. So let's take a look. Why am I getting out another knife? No, I'm just gonna use the one we got. All right. So in the return address, this says it is from Castada. That is Castada on Discord. I think it's Castada 0902. I'm sure the numbers are very meaningful, but not to me. 0902, I think. Yes, Castada anyway. Hey, Custard, what are you knocking over, buddy? Oh, what is this? Oh no! Doobie, space theme. Doobie, you gotta see this. Okay, remember Popo Sneets? Yeah. Okay, this is way cooler. You gotta come over here and look at this. Or else sit in front of the TV for 30 seconds so you can see it there. That's fine too. This is Popo Sneets times 2. It is a whole NASA Play spaceship set. And it's huge. You can tell from the size of the thing that it's in. And it's got a tunnel, and it's got a little spaceship and a little space station, and like a docking tunnel. It is so.
Oh, nice. I like that.
I've never seen anything so perfect.
Cool.
Wow.
Should I put it in this room now?
You can. If you want to pop it in right now, you can, or we can just set it there and then pop. Yeah, go for it. DJ's ready. She's all in on this space theme. What do you know?
The tunnel is a mesh? Wow.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
so. It's perfect. It is so. It's a mesh tunnel, which is what we like. It's the giant pop-up things the cats are gonna like. Might be a little big for them at 5 weeks. It'll be fun to see. They're just gonna have a blast with it. Castana, I don't know how you found that. It's perfect. So perfect. Thank you very much. Wow. I'm so glad that I opened that today. And just get lucky on some of these things, I guess. All right. So cool. We're technically right at the end and out of time, but I'm gonna do a couple more because we're on a roll. We're feeling good here. So this is Kawaii Little Panda. I should mention that the Popo Sneets house, if that didn't mean anything to you, it is the pop-up sort of gingerbread house that was around for a while. And it says Popo on it, which I think there's a lot of controversy about what that means. Nobody knows for sure, and that's fine. And then it says Sweets on the side, but DJ had misread it as Sneets, and it was very funny, so it stuck. I mean, that's just what it is. Anyway, I packed it up with the Christmas stuff, which is on its way out. We haven't packed up the tree or everything yet, but we're getting ready. And you will definitely see it again next Christmas, I think is the point there. And in the meantime, we got the NASA playset. I can't wait. That thing's so cool. Okay, what do we have here? We got, this is an interesting collection of things. Oh, this is Kawaii Little Panda. Okay, and I know Kawaii Little Panda will have given me some instruction, but we're going to have to come back to that. For now, let's just describe what we got here. First off, we have a security beanie. I think it's a beanie. It looks like a hat that says security on it. I think that's. Is it a hat? Wait, I can't tell. Now I have to open it up to find out. No, it says pet. It's a pet outfit. Okay, it's pet security. There we go. This will be great for photo shoots. It just says security. There you go. Just like it says pet apparel security. It looked like a beanie the way it was folded up. But that is perfect. I will add that to our stuff to use at photo shoots, which I think. Oh, Custard is back here now. All of those hair ties are falling off of the card. He's back here just picking them up and throwing them everywhere. Buddy, fly. He just grabbed that one out, and now he's going to probably lose it and grab another. Well, he's making his own fun. All right, so we'll come back to that. All right, so we have a security outfit for a cat or kitten, which I'm putting in the same box that Custard's playing it, because that's where that goes for sure, I think. Latte gift box cat toy with catnip. Wow, it really is. It's very cute, too, because it looks like it's got some, a coffee, some sort of a little coffee cake or cheesecake, and then what looks like little sugar packs, except they're catnip packs instead of sugar packs on the side there, right? That kind of a thing anyway. Very cute. Look, the latte toy even has a heart with latte foam art. That's super cute. That's adorable. And then, like I said, I will check the chat to see what it was that you wanted me to do with what thing. I think this one you had said you were sent for Custard, right? Who's right back there now looking for things to cause trouble with, including the hair ties that he's got. He's having a lot of fun now digging them in and out of all of this paper. What you got back there, buddy? I just saw him put a hair tie under there. I totally just saw him put a hair tie under there. All right. Oh, yep. Yes. Okay, good. You said the security outfit you can use for photo shoots, which is perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. The Orca Cat Catnip Spool, another toy I haven't seen. Encourage healthy chewing. Now, I've never seen this thing before. It does look like a spool of string, but I don't think the string comes all the way off, does it? Or maybe it does. We'll find out. Orca Cat. Orca cat? Catnip spool. All right. I don't know what the orca cat thing is about, but fine. Then we have the Bee Balm cat toy. It says it's a seed packet. It says Bee Balm on it, but what it is a catnip cat toy with organic catnip. And finally, wasabi. Oh, I see. It's a sushi set with wasabi, which is here. I'll squeeze it all to one side so you can see it a little bit. You can see the sushi's in there and a packet of wasabi. And of course, those are catnip cat toys. So thank you very much from Kawaii Little Panda. I will look to Discord for the instructions for the final disposition of those items. I know you sent it to me there. I've got to be a little better prepared if we're going to do this again tomorrow, or if we're not tomorrow, whenever we're going to do it again. I will make sure that I'm ready to manage both Discord and a little close-up camera at the same time. Anyway, for now, I'm going to wrap it up just like we always do. I'm going to get up. I'm going to put this stuff away. I'm going to put the rest of the stuff in the corner. And then I will say thank you very much. And we will end the archive. And then I'll go to making sure that there are cameras in all the rooms and that we're ready for new mom cat and new kittens to arrive. Like I said, if all goes to schedule, they'll be here before 2 o'clock. But don't hold your breath. Anything can happen, and the roads are good, but there was like 10 inches of snow dropped overnight the night before last. So who knows what kind of impact that may have had. Literally the long run from Georgia to here. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for understanding that I've got to cut a little short today to make sure that everything is handled. But I'm glad that we got to spend at least an hour together doing this. And another apology for the lack of close-ups so far this year, even though we're just 8 days in. That is something that we will get back on schedule with just as soon as we can. Not something that we're just abandoning completely. That's not the plan at all. All right. Time for me to get back to work, though. So there we go. I'm going to get up and do that, and then, like I said, we'll wrap up the archive, and that'll be that for Mailbag today. And then won't be long at all. We'll have some new mom cats in here, so looking forward to that too. That goes in there. This goes in here. Custard, I'm in your chair, buddy. I know I am. Custard has been sitting in this chair since DJ put this blanket on it yesterday. He probably wants to go back after he's done with his hair ties. That's endowments. This is specific endowments. This is as you see fit, I think, mostly. All goes together. This one was for Bumble. I should write that on there. I just took the box away, didn't I? Good planning. Everything in the right order. Now I think everybody that has sent stuff, actually don't feel like you have to reach out to me. But here's what I'm thinking is, because we have 2 new mom cats coming in, because everything has been so weird, sort of up in the air, I suspect that most of you are going to be fine if things that were sent in for Bumble and for Buttons, under the assumption that Bumble and Buttons were going to be the new mom cats, might get redistributed to the actual new mom cats. But we'll make sure Buttons and Bumble still have all the endowments, okay, that they need. They're going to go home with plenty of stuff. So if that is going to be, if you very specifically want to make sure that that doesn't happen for anything that you sent, let me know. And of course, the exceptions are things that were very specifically set for Buttons or Bumbles, like Busy Cats blankets and the kickers and stuff. Obviously, that goes to them. But stuff like that, like the tunnel that was sent for Bumble, if we think maybe that tunnel would make a better option in one of the kitten rooms, that kind of thing.
I'm using that as an example, but with that NASA tunnel, I kind of doubt that's going to be the thing. That's my point. My point was, right now, I'm giving myself permission to take anything that was sent, either for generic endowments or for buttons and bumble before we knew what was up, and use that for the new kittens if it seems like the right thing to do. And again, just let me know if that's not suitable for something that you feel you've sent. And if you don't know how to get in touch with me, send a note to headmaster at Kitten Academy. That's headmaster at kitten.academy. And that will eventually reach me, and so the message will get here and things will get handled the way you like. Which is always our goal when it comes to things that people send. We want to do the things that people want us to do with them. I say I was going to stack this stuff up in the corner so it's out of the way. So you know what's open and what's not open. Come over here, Ari. You gonna check the boxes? They're the same boxes they were. You just gotta move. Ari loves to sit on top of a box, specifically a box. I don't know why. It's not much of a treat to have otherwise, really. Didn't really think about that before. You very rarely see Ari in a cat treat, but if there's a pile of boxes, he's on it. Or a railing, for that matter. You know, maybe cat trays are just too safe for Ari. He's a daredevil. He's got to do his own thing. I was thinking about the fact that the space theme thing. There was a really, nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about, but there was a really pretty dark black and blanket with blue planets and stuff on it. It had planets and stars and things. Fleece that was sent in a previous mailbag, probably several mailbags ago at this point. And I've been hanging on to it for the space theme because it had planets and things on it. It was very spacey. And as I think we are about to do the space theme, I got it out and put it in the wash. And when I finally, during mailbag, I never opened the blanket. We looked at it, you know, as we do, and a lot of times I won't open the blanket if it's nicely packaged. Just because then I've got a blanket I have to deal with. So anyway, the whole point being, I got it out and I put it in the wash. I opened it up and put it in the wash, and found out unexpectedly it's not just space and planets. It's also got a bunch of dinosaurs wearing spacesuits. Completely unexpected. I had no idea that was coming. So, and it's not the only thing that we have that has like space dinosaurs on it, and I don't know why that's a thing, but I like it. So I'm still planning on using the blanket. I think it's awesome. I think with the space theme, great. There's no rules. We can do space. We can do space dinosaurs. Why not? I am not limiting this in that way. So I think it's really cool. It was just so unexpected. I was not like, whoa, wait a minute, where did those come from? It's cute. All right. Right back. Custard is putting these little hair ties everywhere. Buddy, what is going on?
Oh, Busy Cat, that jewelry is amazing. So nice. It's really, the quality of it is spectacular, by the way. You know, that it's not just nice. It's just really well made. There's flawless, I guess, is the way I put it. Hey, buddy, can I put a third one of these on here, and then can I have it back? Hang out with the kittens with it. Putting these on the wrong way though. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I usually put them into a little like a star shape, but this time I'm making more of a line shape. That's fine. Oh, hi, kitten. I didn't know there was anybody in there. Is Maggie's ball now? Ah, I bet you thought I was going to forget this in the tree. You were almost right. Okay. Oh, and the endowment's okay. Back down to the basement with this, and then I'll be back. Is that handles? Oh, handles. That's the best. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, that's it then. That's it for today's mailbag anyway, and we'll see you again for mailbag. I'm going solid. I don't know when. Hopefully, though, my plan right now is to do a little bit of work in the main room here, get things set up for the new mom and her 5 little kittens, which probably will involve moving the camera that's here on the floor, by the way, which is a great view of this room. But I do have a new camera ready to go. Well, I shouldn't say ready to go. That's the problem. It's not ready to go. I have a new camera here, but these cameras that we use for the bottom view take a little bit of work to get set up for the stream, which hasn't been done yet. So in the meanwhile, this one will probably get moved into that new room along with a couple others. And we're going to just have sort of a second class view of splotch and mural for a little while. So
apologies for that. But what I was saying is, so I'm going to pick up the mom cats at Dawes when the transport arrives in a couple of hours, and then come right back. And once we're here with the kittens, it's going to take me a few minutes to get them all settled into their rooms with some food. And then I anticipate what we'll do is a close-up to announce them and get to see them together up close. And so we have that. And at that point, hopefully at that point, I'll be able to say something, make a guess about whether the remaining mailbag will be tomorrow or whether it's all just going to get bundled into next week. If I had to guess, I would guess it's all going to get bundled into next week. So that's what I would plan for if you don't hear otherwise. Okay, thank you so much one more time. Really appreciate it. I hope today's little experiment with me sitting up and with the close-up camera worked out for everybody. And if not, we take feedback. We're always sort of working on refining everything, so we'll get there. If you are watching on the archive, have a nice day, and go check out the Kitten Academy